Something amazing crossed my Twitter feed just before I went to bed. I thought I'd do another video just because since I'm releasing one again today, maybe I'll throw another one in there. Um, but I'm going to bed after this. It's so stupid. So, Georgia passed a great bill. A bill that says if a baby has a heartbeat, then you can't abort that baby. People are flipping the fuck out about this. And the worst tweet I saw actually comes from the Atheist Alliance of all places. What the fuck does atheism have to do with abortion rights and women's rights at all? I'd like to start there. What the fuck does atheism have to do with abortion rights? Seriously. Well, I can see a commonality with opposing Christianity if that were the case that they're putting this forward. It is not, unfortunately, because it would be trying to abolish all abortion entirely. But no, they went the opposite direction of New York, basically. I think it was, or Vermont, or wherever the fuck it was up north, that decided if a baby is born, we can kill it afterwards, after we have this discussion with the parents and decide whether or not they want to keep a baby. So trying to pass infanticide as legal, which is actually closer to Christianity than trying to stop abortions when their heart starts beating. Because a child's worth nothing until like their 5th year or some shit like that, if I remember right, out of the Bible. So literally you could kill them at any point in time. They have no value, and that's the end of it, right? It makes no fucking sense. Just to make it clear, I'm pro-choice. I always have been, probably always will be. I actually reasoned this with one of my Twitter... I call him a Twitter friend. We get along occasionally. His name's Amadeus. He's actually a really smart guy. I like him. Like him a lot. We don't get along on all subjects. That's fine. This is one of the ones I debated with him. Taking the pro-life stance because I was curious if my position was true, and I knew he was pro-choice, so I discussed it with him. Taking that stance to further my own opinion of which one is true, because I was kind of fence-sitting at the time. Pro-life doesn't make sense to me. I'm already pro-choice. But there's some good arguments that could be had there. Plus, pro-choice arguments are fucking retarded. They're dumb as shit. So, without further ado, let me bring you this great wisdom and sagery from the Atheist Alliance. They say that the American Taliban is the Christian theocrats in Georgia, has successfully criminalized abortion. Women who now abort face life in prison or even the death penalty. Ooh, scary. Oh my God, they're gonna fucking kill people for having an abortion. Calm your pantyhose down, you stupid ranting lunatics. This is why I have a problem with social justice morons, is they say shit like this. I mean, seriously? And somebody liked this shit? I'm surprised they have any followers anymore. I'm seriously... Democratic atheist societies and individuals. Yeah, shut the fuck up. American Taliban? Are you fucking kidding me? Here's the great thing. Pathos has become a cesspool of social justice as well. I don't read shit from there anymore. I used to watch Hemant Mehta. I thought he was a cool guy until he pissed me off. And then I tried to reach out with him. He doesn't respond. He doesn't talk to anybody. He just spits out his opinions and then walks away. He's the most annoying, self-righteous prick that I've had the displeasure of listening to. But I digress. Here's my point. I think these guys are wrong. I think looking for the heartbeat is the wrong way to go about it. You know what? The most common sense you could do to equate both sides, right? Pro-life don't want you to kill unborn babies, period, right? They're all about take it to term, you can't kill them, but they don't want to think past that because they're stupid. They don't think about the welfare of the child. They don't think that it might be a single mother, which will fuck up that child even further. They don't know if the woman is a meth head or not. They don't think of any of the consequences that could happen if they carry to term. Like maybe they have to put them up for foster care, adoption, what have you. All those things could be true, or could be a real piece of shit mother and do a dumpster baby. throw them in the dumpster, like some have done, because they're deplorable pieces of shit. Basically, anybody that does that is a deplorable piece of shit. But no, that is a bad idea. This Christian theocrats, fucking stupid. This is a bad idea too. They're waiting for the heartbeat. That is the actual story. That they're waiting for the heartbeat. And if the baby has a heartbeat, you can't abort. This I don't agree with. Why? Because it kind of goes against nature. Now here's where I think both could meet the common ground and be done with this fucking argument all together. What does nature do? Seriously. That's all you need to ask. What is the natural process that already exists? There is already abortions. Natural abortions. Don't require a coat hanger, don't require the vacuum suction method, don't require some of the other methods like the morning after pill and some of the other shit that I've seen. You don't have to reach in and cut a baby up. Doesn't need to happen. None of that necessary. Well, yes and no. But what does nature do? Nature has natural abortions. We label them slightly different than abortion, but they are natural abortions. What are they called? They're called miscarriages. So, what's an easy way to solve this debate? What does the body do? Well, losing a pregnancy can be heartbreaking, and unfortunately, miscarriages are fairly common. Imagine that. On average, 1 in about 5 pregnancies will end in miscarriage, usually in the first trimester. There you go. First 3 months. Problem solved. You have till the first 3 months of your pregnancy to decide whether you're going to go with it or keep it or abort and do whatever. In most cases, a miscarriage cannot be prevented because it is the result of chromosomal abnormality or a problem with the development of the fetus. Still, certain factors such as age, smoking, drinking, and a history of miscarriage can put a woman at higher risk for losing a pregnancy. While miscarriages usually cannot be prevented, by taking care of yourself and following healthcare provider recommendations, you can increase the chances that your baby will live healthy throughout the pregnancy. So here's a little tidbit. My sister was unable to have children. She had several, and I do mean several, miscarriages. She has a couple other issues as well, such as endometriosis, which, for anybody that's not familiar, it's kind of like a, it's not cancer, it's just your uterus is fucked up. I don't know how else to put it. It's gross. I'm not a medical doctor by any means, so there's that thing. And she has it, so it makes her have lots of miscarriages. However, I now have a 4-year-old niece because one of them made it through. Because she went on different medications, she took care of herself, she did all the things that was required. But before that one, she had a miscarriage with the same guy. Be it said, within the first 3 months. What is a miscarriage? Miscarriage is the loss of a pregnancy. It is the loss of the embryo or fetus before it is developed enough to survive. This often happens before a woman is aware that she is pregnant. Sometimes, within the first 3 months, you can't tell. I'll get to another little juicy segment in a second. You're going to love this because holy fucking stupid. A miscarriage usually happens within the first 3 months of pregnancy, before 12 weeks gestation. A small fraction of pregnancy loss happens in less than 1% of pregnancies are called stillbirths, as they happen after 20 weeks of gestation. So, yeah, there's some details here. I'll leave a link in the description on what a miscarriage is, but let's put the debate to rest, right? What is the natural course, the human natural course? 1 in 5 women have this experience when they're pregnant that end in a miscarriage. First trimester. Problem solved. No more debate. Make the law federal. Within the first 3 months, you must have not a miscarriage. If you want an abortion, you must decide within the first 3 months. First trimester. Period. Done. Over with conversation. There doesn't have to be any more conversation about it because the body The natural body does the same fucking thing. If life is so sacred with the pro-lifers, why does the natural female body have miscarriages? Why does the body abort fetuses? If life is so sacred, why does your body spit them out? That's a fucking stupid argument now, isn't it? But here's the law. I think Georgia's wrong. I also think New York and Vermont, or whoever the fuck it was, is wrong. Right in the middle, first trimester. Argument's done. If you haven't decided within the first 3 months of your pregnancy, you probably got some other, issues going on, and you need some counseling, maybe some help. And by the end, if you still don't want it, send it off for adoption. Seriously. There's no way in hell that no one's going to not want to send out a child or pick up a child from adoption. I know many people that have adopted because they can't have kids. Like, one or the other is broken. They're married and they can't. I had a neighbor that could not have children. She adopted both of her children. There are several others that I know of that were adopted. My ex included. I don't see any issue with that. Send them up for adoption. Doesn't mean you have to keep the child, right? That's, I thought, interesting enough, but let's get to the icing on the cake of this little fucking stupid thing. I'm going to scroll down here. Where, oh, there you are. There it is. Alexandria Ocasio Pendejo Cortez. 6 weeks pregnant is 2 weeks late on your period. Really? Most of the men writing these bills don't know the first thing about women's body outside of the things that they want from it. It's relatively common for a woman to have a late period and not be pregnant. A late period and not be pregnant. She doesn't know the obvious thing. That's probably a miscarriage, you fucking idiot. Abortions after 6 weeks will now be illegal in Georgia, as Kemp signs heartbeat bill. Yes. So, within context, this kicks within a few days of a typical at-home test working. If you were sexually assaulted, stress delays the cycle. Took a morning after pill, throws off the cycle. Or have your regular cycle, you have no idea. There are a ton of ways this law ignores basic biology. There's a ton of ways that this dipshit ignores basic biology as well. Isn't that fucking amazing? Here's an interesting tidbit. An average cycle for a woman is 1 month, 28 days on average. Give or take, right? Well, 2 weeks is 14 days. So, 28 days plus 14 days divided by 7, which is 1 week, equals 6 weeks. So give you context. 6 weeks pregnant equals 2 weeks late on your period. Well, yes, it fucking does, you idiot. Oh my God, she is the dumbest person on this fucking planet, I swear to God. And somebody elected her dumbass. Thank you, social justice Democrats. I'm not calling you the Justice Democrats. You're social justice Democrats. You're fucking retarded, just like the rest of the people you put in office. Good fucking job. So, this is how I responded. So, finances are hard for her because apparently she doesn't understand math. Plus, now we know you don't know how biology works. Great. Yeah. Don't know. Think about the woman's body. Here's the fun part about what she just said here. Just for your reference, here's a list of doctors in Congress. The 2 OBGYN doctors are Republicans. And I called her a moron. So, let me open this up for you just so you can see it. Physicians of the 116th Congress, February 8th, 2019. Family medicine, Republican. Here's a general practice, which is family medicine, sort of. Democrat. Thoracic surgery, Republican. OBGYN, Republican of Texas. Family. Urology, so he's a pee doctor. Just kidding. He studies some different things. Republican. Emergency medicine, so this is an ER doctor. Republican. Anesthesiology, this guy knocks people out. Republican. Another urologist. What's with the 2 penis doctors in here? Here's another one. OBGYN. Phil from Tennessee, Republican. Emergency medicine, orthopedic surgeon, gastroenterology, and ophthalmology. Ophthalmology? Rand Paul is a fucking doctor? What is this? He has a YouTube channel too? No. I want to see what this is. Branch of medicine surgery deals with the diagnosis and treatments of eye disorders. He's an eye doctor. Interesting. Well, I learned something new. Rand Paul is an eye doctor. Good for him. But I thought I'd point out 2 OBGYN doctors on the Republican side, but these are the people writing the laws, and they don't know a first thing about way a body works and human biology for a woman. Oh my God, these people are stupid. But 2 of them are OBGYNs on the Senate, or on the Congress, rather. Yeah, so I thought that was slightly entertaining. I thought this was a pretty interesting conversation to be had. The simple solution is, if you're going to have an abortion, 3 months. The body does the same fucking thing. Why not? That just seems like a simple cutoff to me, doesn't it? You don't have to go further than that. You don't have to go less than that. Natural miscarriages happen within the first trimester. So biology says, so why don't make the law follow biology? Unless, of course, these sons of bitches want to be science denialists and want to argue about how science is incorrect and that we should not follow natural law. I'd like to see the Democrats argue against science, since they claim to be the group that loves and holds science to the highest degree. So that's all I have for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I'll see you tomorrow. Probably. Maybe. Next time? Yes. Bye now.
Find the solution yourself.
Is that possible?